The CEO of Boeing was back on Capitol Hill today. Dennis Muilenburg answered questions from a House panel over the troubled 737 MAX. And this second day of testimony was just as heated as the Senate hearing was yesterday. Phil LeBeau is in Washington for us following this story. Good evening, Phil. What did you make of the testimony today? What about the... Go ahead.
Sue, I was going to say much more pointed today, especially around two issues. One, the compensation that he receives and whether or not he should waive that compensation. And also, should he even remain as CEO of the company?
Is anybody at Boeing taking a cut or working for free to try to rectify this problem like the Japanese would do?
Congressman, my board will conduct a comprehensive review.
So you're saying you're not giving up any compensation at all. You're continuing to work and make $30 million a year after this horrific two accidents that caused all these people's relatives to go, to disappear, to die. You're not taking a cut in pay at all?
Again, our board will make those determinations.
You're not accountable then. You're saying the board's accountable.
My intent is to see this through. I think that's part of my
Mr. Muilenburg, if you had an ounce of integrity, you would know that the right thing to do is to step down.
You're the captain of this ship. A culture of negligence, incompetence, or corruption starts at the top, and it starts with you. You padded your personal finances by putting profits over safety, and now 346 people, including 8 Americans, are dead on your watch. Today, you said you made mistakes, and you're accountable.
Following the hearing, we had a chance to catch up with Dennis Muilenburg, and I asked him point blank, does he plan to stick with this company or give back his compensation? Here's what he had to say.
You had more than one representative who say, you're not the person, you should resign.
No, I understand those inputs, Phil, and I respect them. But again, my focus here is on taking responsibility, owning it. We know what we need to fix. We're making those changes. We're going to continue to get better as a company, and I remain resolute on that responsibility.
Will you waive your compensation this year?
Phil, again, compensation is a decision that my board will make. And they'll do a comprehensive review.
By the way, Dennis Muilenburg's compensation, typically that is decided by the Boeing Board of Directors. As far as a bonus, Sue, that would likely happen early next year, likely in February or March.
There were also questions, Phil, about the plane itself and its possible return to service by the end of the year. Boeing's been predicting that, but what are the possibilities of that?
I think that there's still a chance that could happen, and the people we talk with who are part of the process think it could happen. But keep in mind, the last 2 days have been brutal, not only for Boeing, but also for the FAA. They're going to face some pressure not to be pushing this plane back into service too quickly.
Phil LeBeau in Washington for us tonight. Thanks, Phil, as always.